Welcome back to Shooting Small Engines, guys. I'm going to show you a little trick I do here sometimes to try to save a couple bucks. A lot of these newer mowers, this one's not the newest, but they all come with these, especially these push mowers, come with these plastic wheels, and you can see how wobbly they get over time. The plastic wears out on the half-inch metal shaft. I already did this one, and you can see how nice and tight that is, and it rolls pretty smooth, no wobble at all. I'm going to show you what I do to correct that without having to go and order a $15, $20 wheel. So first thing I'm going to do is pull this 9/16 nut off, and then I'll show you what I do to fix that. Right, let's take this over to the bench. So you can see these things get hollowed out. They actually get rounded out on the edges, and that's why they wobble. So what I do is I take collars from old wheels that I throw out that are broken, the old style. There's one right here. I just started taking apart from this old Troy-Bilt wheel. You can see I started to push it out. So I'm going to punch that out with the punch, and I get that guy out, clean it up, and I'll show you how to install it into the new wheel. Show you how I get these out. I just use like a punch and a hammer, and that'll pop out the bottom. This one's a little bit different, a little bit shorter than the one I already have out. So another part of this is, how long of one am I going to need? So to measure, I have the bottom against the table. I'm going to measure that right to there. So this is actually 1 3/8. So this one will be a little bit too short, which you can actually use. This one will be a little bit too long, but I can actually cut the last bit off here with my grinder. So the other problem here is this is an inside diameter and this is a 5/8 outside diameter, so that's not going to fit. So I need to drill this out to 5/8. So I'm going to take this over to the drill press. I have a 5/8 bit set up already, and I'll show you how to do that. Also, I apologize for the mess, but I'm going to line this up right in the center as close as I possibly can in all angles. All right, it's only taking off a little bit here. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go about halfway. I'm going to take the filings out, and then I'm going to do the other half. Once I get about halfway in, I'll pause there. I'm going to get these shavings out, otherwise they're going to get clogged up in there. Come back down. Make sure I'm aligned. Let's do the last half until you feel no pressure. There we go. Now let's take this wheel back over. I'm just going to get these out real quick. Okay, we'll take the wheel back over to the bench and we'll get that other piece in. Now again, like I said, if I put this piece in, it's going to be too long. This one would work. It will be a little short, but I don't really want to do that. I'm going to take this over to the grinder and chop off the last little bit here. I measured at 1 3/8. Okay, and then we're going to cut off the end there. Remember your eyes and ears. I have this marked right here. I'm just going to go right around and just taking off this little 1/4 inch here. It doesn't have to be exact. The closer the better. It just can't be too big because then it'll pinch against the nut and the axle, and it won't spin. So we're going to go right on that line right there. Remember, if you're grinding on anything, remember your eyes and ears. Now we're going to slide this side through over here. A couple taps. There we go. Okay. That little bit's not going to matter. That'll wear off. Let's take it back to the machine and see if it did the job. Just going to clean up this axle real quick. All right, let's get this wheel on and the nut. So that's pretty much all there is to that. Like I said, it's It's not going to be perfect. It might have a little bit of wobble to it, but it's not going to wiggle like it used to, and it's going to last a lot longer instead of going out and spending, you know, for 4 wheels on this machine. That's not even worth $100. I can, from a couple old parts and 5 minutes of labor, I can make these wheels nice and tight again. All right. So let me know if this is something that you guys think is worth it, or am I wasting my time? You can check out some of my other content here, and here's my channel. So hit me up in the comments if you think there's any other tricks or tips you guys got, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.